Hello and welcome back to video number 5 in this series of tubeless tire repair. At some point when I get caught up, I will put all the links below in the description. And to catch you up, tubeless tire, Continental 5000, 25 tire on a Durace disc rim. 80 psi will not hold the thin strip of a muck-off puncture repair kit. Tried that twice, didn't work. So we put Shoe Goo on it to see if it would seal up the hole. And that's video number 4, just a really short one, shows you how hard that became. So now we're going to install this tire. The goo was put on Thursday afternoon, so Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Sunday, and today is Monday afternoon. So it should be well cured. And they said for best results, 48 to 72 hours. So we've given it just a tad bit more. So we're going to install this tire now. And if you're not aware, the Continental 5000 has rotation arrows. And the best way I've always told people is, here's your cassette, bike's going that way. And if you had a shark going that way, the dorsal fin would kind of point backwards like that. And so that's how this tread pattern is shown here. So if you're OCD like me, you'll put your Continental at the valve and you work your way around. So this tire, it is a 5000 and it is notoriously very hard to install. But because it's been on and off several times, it is much easier to work with right now. But because of these nitro gloves, I'm not going to have a very good grip on it. So being in a shop environment, you got to save your fingers, you got to save your thumbs, because you end up doing so many tires in a day sometimes. So we'll just use a tire lever, but you have to be extremely careful not to nick the tubeless tape. And so, as I mentioned before, this tire is a lot easier to put on because it's come on and off quite a bit. Okay, so this sealant's only been in here a couple of days, so I'm just going to put that back in. Using the Stan's injector, we'll just thread that on there. And this is just a personal thing. I like to put the injector on the side of the cassette. I just don't want anything near the disc. So first we're going to pour this stuff in there because, well, it was fresh sealant on Friday morning. So it's only a couple of 2-3 days and really only one or maybe 2 rides. And then I always like to top off with some fresh sealant anyway. Since this tire has just not been holding air very well, or any of the repairs I should say, I've gone through a lot of sealant. But this is all in the pursuit of research, right? So we're going to push that through, hopefully, maybe not. Looks like it's going all on its own. As I mentioned in an earlier video, I sometimes don't use the plunger because this little rubber bung gets stuck in there because of all the dried sealant that's on the walls of the syringe. So we hear that gurgling, that's good. And then sometimes I just use that plunger to seal up the syringe so I can remove it and it's nice and clean. Because it's a messy job. No matter how hard you try, you will always spill something. So, make sure if you're working on tubeless tires, you're in an area where you make a spill, you can clean it up fairly easily. And the stuff is really, really slippery. So make sure if you're working on your cement floor in your garage that it does not become a trip hazard. Okay. The sealant is right, or the tape, the goo job is right here. So, you know, about, I don't know, if the valve stem's at 12, let's call it 2 o'clock. So we're about to use the compressor, and apologies if it kicks on. Okay, so that's 100 psi, way higher than my riding pressure, but I was also listening for the bead to set, so the pop, pop, pop. That happened, and it seems to be holding air and fluid. So I have a shop ride tomorrow, although it's raining outside. I'm hoping that by tomorrow this storm will blow past and I get a chance to ride this tomorrow. So, yep, it's holding 100 psi. And I'm going to come close up to the camera so you can see. So that's the repair job right there. And it seems to be holding. And in the previous video, I showed the backside, or the inside of the tire and the outside of the tire. So let's see how that works over a few rides. So once again, we are attempting to fix a $100 tubeless tire. And oh, by the way, I've also done a rev review on the STR tire, because this tire has been discontinued. Now, this has been a fantastic tire. It's fast, it's grippy, its puncture resistance, aside from this one, has been excellent. This was one of my customer's tires. He didn't have any confidence in it, and of course, I'm now using it for my experiments. But I've taken these tires all the way down past the, you know, all the rubber's gone, and we're down to the tread, the inner tread. So these have been great tires, but they've been discontinued, and the STR is now the new tire. So these are very, very hard to find. And, you know, at $100 a tire, if you can buy a $5.99 tube of goo, Shoe Goo, let me find that for you again. I mean, this might be a solution, but I don't know yet. So let's see what happens once I start riding this tire. And this has probably been about a 2-week evolution, but you know, this is what I do for the channel. So please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. And Hacker Bodge, we're going to find out shortly. Tonight we'll see if it holds 100 psi in the morning, and then we'll ride it and see if maybe once I start riding, that goo scab will just rip off, or who knows what. But anyway, okay, thank you so much. We'll see you up the road.